Welcome to DocumentWrite. In today's video, I'm going to tell you how you can write an amazing getting started guide in 48 hours. A getting started guide is a critical piece of the documentation puzzle. It's your user's first impression of your application or framework. A good getting started guide will convert curious browsers into active users or paying customers. A poor one will repel users and hurt your brand no matter how good your application is from a technical perspective. In this video, I will tell you how you can write an amazing getting started guide in less than 48 hours. Before we get started, we need to establish a criteria for what makes an amazing getting started guide. First, it should be a concise but complete introduction to your product or service. The getting started guide should outline the main areas that are covered so that users know what to expect. An amazing getting started guide is backed by comprehensive user research. You need to know your audience and cater to their pain points. Fourth, the getting started guide should get hands-on and dig into the functions of your application or framework. Next, you need to ensure that you make use of beautiful illustrations that make it more engaging and easier for your users to learn. The getting started guide should be written in simple, easy to understand language, but be descriptive. And finally, to round off, your getting started guide should provide guidance to users on the next steps they should take. So firstly, a getting started guide is an introduction to your product for your users. Make sure you give an explanation of what your product or service does. Answer the following questions, among others. What can your product or service help users accomplish? What problems does it solve? You need to give your users a reason to go ahead with the guide. Their time is very precious and you need to earn it. Secondly, you need to give an overview of the getting started guide so that users know what to expect. Make sure you mention topics that will be covered and what they can do after completing the guide. It's also very helpful to mention what won't be covered and perhaps provide links to those other resources. Thirdly, it's very important that you conduct thorough user research. You should have a thorough understanding of your users and their pain points. Are your users mainly beginners or are they more experienced? You must also know your user's journey when they're first interacting with your product or service. Mention the requirements for the getting started guide, such as creating an account or any prior knowledge that they should have in order to follow along. All this can be achieved with comprehensive user research. If you need guidance on conducting user research, DocumentWrite has a video on that, so check out the video link in the top right corner of your screen. Next, you need to get hands-on. Give users steps on how to set up the work environment. After that, show them how to create a basic project such as the world-famous Hello World application. You might also want to go a step further and demonstrate how users can make use of the commonly used features of your framework. Next, it's important to make use of visual indicators such as icons, colors, images, and code snippets. This helps in explanations and to increase the level of engagement of your users. DocumentWrite also has a great tutorial on how you can create beautiful illustrations. So make sure you subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you don't miss out. An amazing getting started guide should be simple but descriptive. The guide should be easily digestible. It should be written clearly using simple language that anyone can understand. Technical jargon should be avoided wherever possible. Any necessary terminology and acronyms should be explained always. Finally, on to the next steps. At the end of the Getting Started guide, link to other parts of your documentation that show advanced features for your product. You can link to more advanced tutorials, frequently asked questions, and even technical architecture documentation if applicable. You can also link to other external references that may be helpful. It's a great idea to provide a roadmap that users can follow to become fully acquainted with your system. In conclusion, it is critical for the success of your application that you have a getting started guide that your users love. It should be approachable and should encourage users to explore your platform further. Following the above tips will ensure that you have a great getting started guide in no time at all. Congratulations! You are now ready to write an amazing getting started guide in less than 48 hours. If you need help in writing your documentation, DocumentWrite specializes in creating documentation for all kinds of technology companies. Please visit our website at DocumentWrite.dev. If you enjoyed this video and would like to download a free PDF copy, click the link in the description below. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.